Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ba'd. Chapter 65 باب لا يستشفع بالله على خلقه, which means none asks intercession of Allah before his creation, and that definitely negates the tawheed, the perfection of one's tawheed. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most high. If a person goes seek intercession to those who are over him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nobody is the creation of Allah. So how can a person seek or ask intercession of Allah before his creation? And he mentioned the hadith of Jubair ibn Mut'im رضي الله عنه قال: جاء أعرابي إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال: يا رسول الله، نهكت الأنفس وجاع العيال وهلكت الأموال فاستسق لنا ربك فإنا نستشفع بالله عليك وبك على الله. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: سبحان الله سبحان الله، فما زال يسبح حتى عرف ذلك في وجوه أصحابه، ثم قال: ويحك أتدري ما الله؟ إن شأن الله أعظم من ذلك، إنه لا يستشفع بالله على أحد. An Arabi, a Bedouin, came to the Prophet ﷺ and said: O Messenger of Allah, people are being destroyed, the children are hungry, wealth has perished. So ask your Rabb, ask Allah to send us some rain, for we seek intercession of Allah upon you and of you upon Allah. The Prophet ﷺ said: Subhanallah, Subhanallah, and he continued to do so until the effect of that was apparent on the faces of his companions, disliking of what this Bedouin said. He then said: Woe to you! Do you know who Allah is? Allah's sublimity is far greater than that. There is no intercession of Allah before anyone. Reported by Abu Dawood in the hadith is authentic. So as we see, this hadith is as if this Bedouin is asking the Prophet ﷺ that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the intermediary to the Prophet ﷺ, right? Which is definitely something that is not permissible whatsoever, and it shows how the Prophet ﷺ, protecting the oneness of worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, intercession is to be asked from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with regarding to the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whoever wants for the Prophet ﷺ to intercede for him, then he need to ask that from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as it's mentioned before in the bab of al-shafa'a, the intercession, that it's given in the day of judgment for the Prophet ﷺ, for the believers, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's a way of honoring those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them the permission to intercede, like the Prophet ﷺ and the believers and so on. And this intercession won't be granted unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with those who are subject of the intercession. That means what? The shafa'a, everything is to be asked from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for someone's heart to depend on other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or calling on to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is something that is not permissible. It shows that a person should believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from all deficiencies. And also to forbid the evil, as we say, the Prophet ﷺ, he kept saying Subhanallah and so on. And it is permissible at the life of the Prophet ﷺ that they would seek the intercession of the Prophet ﷺ, that he would ask the Prophet ﷺ to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the proper intercession at the life of the Prophet ﷺ. Or if even asking that from a righteous person that is alive, make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our betterment and so on. But after the death of the Prophet ﷺ, none of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ did such a thing, and that's why it is not permissible, and it was mentioned before. And so that's something that has to be clear.